everybody, welcome back to Hearthstone Arena Northernlion's Den. We're just going to get started here. Let's continue the slaughter, shall we? To recap the last episode, we are 0-2 with this rogue deck, and if I remember correctly, a principal problem is that we have a lot of 2 to 3 mana creatures, but sadly none of them seem to be showing up in our draws, which is causing me some serious problems. So, you know, my last arena play was 6-3 as a druid. This time, we have the very real possibility of going 0-3 as a rogue, which is very frustrating. Let's get rid of Vanish, but we'll keep Backstab. I'm probably not playing this deck ideally as well, but I'm hoping that now that we have at least one 2-mana card with Defias Ringleader, although I don't want to use that immediately. Obviously, I would rather use it as a combo so I could summon the 2/1 Defias Bandit as well. I guess we could backstab whatever creature he sends out for 0 mana and then summon Defias Ringleader, which would give us probably insane board control to start with and would be really annoying to deal with. But since he's not sending out a creature, instead I will just hero power up and attack him because I really don't want to waste Defias Ringleader's super OP combo ability without actually getting the value out of that. He could hero power himself and do damage to me, but instead he's going to play the coin, and for 3 mana he'll summon a creature in all likelihood. Raging Worgen, okay. That's really unfortunate for me because... oh, we could do something wild with Defias Ringleader here. Let me think about this. Backstab, boom. Defias Ringleader, then we have 1 mana left. Then return a friendly minion to your hand. It costs 0. It costs 2 less. That would be 0. Summon him again, and then would we have 4 creatures on the board and we could just smack this dude? Let's try it. It'll be fun. So we'll start with the backstab. 0 mana. This might be stupid. It might be amazing. Then Defias Ringleader. I apologize for being quiet there. I just had to feel it for myself. So then we'll use Shadow Step to put Defias Ringleader back into our hand, and then he should cost 0. And then we'll send him out again. Holy shit, it actually totally worked. And then we'll just destroy the Raging Worgen ourselves. And that's some pretty solid board control to start with here. We've got 3 minions out on the field, all of which doing 2 damage on the 3rd turn. We're basically tapped the fuck out, but I don't know, we'll see. He's got another Raging Worgen. If I could sacrifice a Defias Bandit. Blade Fury deals your weapon... oh wait, sorry. Destroy your weapon and deal its damage to all enemies. Okay. The way we're probably going to deal with this is, instead, we'll take damage ourselves, and we'll sacrifice one of our bandits to kill him, and then we'll do some damage ourselves. And on the next turn, we could deal 2 damage to all enemies and destroy our weapon if we hero power, and then use Blade Flurry. But I may want to use Fen Creeper instead. We'll see. I'm certainly not thinking that I've won this game just because of that cool combo that I played right off the bat. In fact, we're not even close to being in that position, I would say. But it was a nice way to kind of get some board control back after kind of an unfortunate situation. So, obviously, the faster Leper Gnome dies, the better that is for us. But Blade Flurry doesn't really do that much for us right now. As much as I would maybe like to use it, the problem is that I could get better value out of it if I had my Assassin's Blade. There's 2 of those in the deck. That would deal 4 damage times, I think it's, or maybe 3 damage for your ability, and I could hero power up and even do 4 damage with it. So I think instead I'm just going to summon Fen Creeper, and we'll just start dealing some damage directly. I could, of course, kill... yeah, I'll just hit him directly. I could, of course, sacrifice Defias Bandit and keep the Ringleader alive and kill Gnomish Inventor, but, you know, a lot of Gnomish Inventor's actual value comes from the Battle Cry, so the fact that he only does 2 damage is not that bad. If he chooses to, you know, attack, he's got to attack Fen Creeper. We have another Taunt and Divine Shield in the Sunwalker that we can send out. I could always, I guess, Vanish and then play Defias Ringleader again, but I want to get Leper Gnome out there as well, for, you know, for 1 mana. It has the potential to do some awesome stuff. So... it's weird that he gave that creature Taunt, in my opinion, because now he's gonna continue to buff it. So it's gonna be like a 4/8 creature, or 6/8 creature. That's pretty nuts, actually. And it's gonna be hard to deal with him. Give a friendly minion Stealth. Well, okay, I could kill him on this turn. Fairly easily. The question is, like, how you want to do it. Since that thing has Taunt, I've got to get it out of there. So we could Vanish... but then I think that gives him the advantage in terms of board control. This is an interesting question. Hero power. Blade Flurry would only deal 1 damage. I could take 6 damage to just destroy this thing right away. Blade Flurry would deal 1 damage to all enemies. That's so bad. Okay, well, actually, here's what we could do. Kill this. And then that. And then Blade Flurry. This will stop us from taking 6 damage in the process. It's probably not the best thing to use from a control standpoint. Then we'll summon Leopard Gnome. It's not great. I'm pretty displeased with that, in all honesty. But he did blow probably all of those Call of the Wild buff cards in order to buff the shit out of that Gnomish Inventor. So that maybe saves me from having to deal with a more asshole-ish creature later. Thrallmar Farseer. Is this entire deck built around, like, Wind Fury? This is an interesting one. Mad Bomber could possibly kill the Wind Fury creature. Even if it only does 2 damage, I could still kill it. But also, I love the idea of using Sunwalker right away. And then it's got Taunt and Divine Shield, so he has to attack it. He could probably kill it. Let's gamble. Let's go with Mad Bomber here and see how this works. Maybe we'll get lucky. That's not lucky. That's lucky. That's lucky. Okay. So then we can just hero power up and kill the Wind Fury creature. And then we have our own creature out in the field. And that's good news. So we got kind of lucky there. He's got a huge card advantage. You know, double the cards that I have. If we die on this one, by the way, if we lose this run, I'll just do another deck drafting right here. I might pause the video a little bit because I'll have to use real finances to do it, unless I want to, you know, spend 5 matches beating some of today's daily quests, but I don't. So we have Scarlet Crusader, which is a 3/1 Divine Shield character, which is annoying. We can, in this turn, I'm trying to think, we could summon our Taunt Divine Shield. And as a result of that, I kind of really like just like cracking the hero, but also breaking the Divine Shield would be nice. So why don't we just break the Divine Shield? That'll obviously cost us our weapon. Then we'll attack. Why don't we just break? We'll trade here, and then we'll summon a River Crocolisk as well. And my thinking behind this is that, you know, he's gonna have to probably invest a lot to kill my Taunt Divine Shield character. And if he doesn't manage to kill it this turn, you know, that's 5 damage that I'm not going to have to... Or that's, sorry, 4 damage. He's going to have to attack me directly, maybe, to get Divine Shield gone by using his hero power. We'll see. I still think that I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily say neck and neck. With the amount of cards that he has, I think he could cause me some serious problems. By the way, just to kind of nip this in the bud, because I know people are going to say it, deal 4 damage. So that's a good way to get Divine Shield off, actually. Destroy River Crocolisk, and then also remove Divine Shield from the Sunwalker. But I can't just give the Taunt Divine Shield Sunwalker stealth. If I give it stealth, the taunt no longer applies until it comes out of stealth. That's a weird play, in my opinion, to use the Youthful Brewmaster there. In a way, it almost tells me that I don't think he has anything. If he had something, I really doubt that he would use his... Youthful Brewmaster to make it happen. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to give... what's the point in giving this minion... Actually, no, here's what I'll do. I'll attack the hero directly. Then I'll play Master of Disguise. Give my minion stealth so we can't be attacked this turn. And then on the next turn, if this survives, I'll attack with both of them. Then vanish all minions back to their hands. And we'll see if this ends up working out for us. So I'm going to leave Youthful Brewmaster on the field. I normally kind of look to board control a little bit more than I am right now. But we'll see. If he plays down an awesome minion, then we'll just vanish, and we'll be able to play the 4/4 creature again if we wanted to, Master of Disguise. If it lives, which is totally debatable. He might have an awesome charge minion or something. We'll see. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee in the meantime. Just think about this. He almost threw his card right off the board. So is he going to draw 2? Oh, he gained 8 health. Now that causes an interesting situation for me because obviously... I don't necessarily want to summon or vanish this creature because if it goes back to his hand, he'll get the benefit of the battle cry out of it as well. He's going to sacrifice 4 health to kill the Master of Disguise on this turn. That was an interesting play by him. It was a good play because, you know, my vanish cards are now effectively useless. Okay, I think it makes sense to attack and then send Sunwalker out again. So I think we go, we smack him, and then we Shadow Step him, and he comes back into our hand, and then he'll only cost 4 to send out, or she'll only cost 4 to send out. And then there's Divine Shield there, and we'll buff ourselves up a little bit again, and attack the Druid directly. It's a weird one. Obviously, I can't use Vanish. That's the problem. I can use Vanish if I can then somehow combo that into killing him on the next turn. But otherwise, he can just play this 7-mana card and draw another 8 health, which is terrible for me. Or get another 8 health, which is terrible for me. So he's just going to destroy my Sunwalker here. For the cost of my hero... Oh, okay. That's scary. For the cost of my hero power, I can destroy Ancient of Lore. Young Priestess is like the worst card to come up in this situation. I'm just trying to think about how we deal with this. One way we could deal with this is hero power, destroy Ancient of Lore. Otherwise, we probably die on the next turn. Hero power, destroy Ancient of Lore. We take 5 damage. Then Vanish, so at the very least he can't use Venture Company Mercenary on that turn, and maybe that gives me one more turn of survival. Otherwise, I think we kind of find ourselves in a really bad situation. So we'll Vanish and send everyone back. So he'll have to use mana to summon that again. We might as well throw out Young Priestess, just in case, you know, we end up summoning an awesome minion. This is looking like a bad situation for me. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to pull out of it. But man, 0-3, I really thought we had a fairly solid deck going for us. It does not appear that that is the case right now. But I really like being able to play that weird Defias Ringleader combo right off the bat. So he's hero powered, he's going to destroy Young Priestess, probably play Venture Company Mercenary again. Which I could Vanish again, and you know, that saves me 1 turn. Maybe. Is he going to buff the shit out of it? He's going to summon the Panther. Well, we can just Vanish again, and Power of the Wild isn't going to come back into his hand. So we have a Taunt. Yeah, I think we've... Oh, we can't Vanish and then use the Taunt. There's no point in killing... Oh, you know, there is a point in killing the Panther, actually. I'm at a loss, kind of. So let's kill the Panther and take the damage. Then we'll play the Vanish card. And on the next turn, you know, we can maybe survive for 1 more turn just by playing this Taunt. But after that, I'm pretty confused about how I'm actually going to make anything positive happen on this. I've pretty much tapped myself out of cards here. This one feels way more like bad play than bad drawing. I think I got the cards I needed to get. Freeze a character. He's going to freeze me. I've got Nipples, Greg. Can you freeze me? And then he's just going to deal 2 damage, I guess, or 1 damage. And on the next turn, he'll probably summon Venture Company Mercenary. But it doesn't matter, because on the next turn, I'm going to die unless this card saves me. War Golem is not going to save me. Might as well take a weapon. Actually, I might not die on this turn. But I'm obviously pretty fucking close. I held in here kind of longer than I expected. Although, oh, that's not good. Yeah, I'm dead. Well played. So this is going to be my first 0-3 on camera in Arena. That's really shitty, and, you know, I apologize for it, but by the same token, bad drafting maybe kind of fucked me. I don't know how many tactical mistakes I made. That was some piss-poor play. We only have 40 in-game gold. 0-3. That is not surprising, but it does hurt. Maybe I've got to invest some more time in Rogue to actually understand how they work and how to draft effectively. There's a pack of cards, and we get, what, like, yeah, that 20 in-game gold for 0 wins is actually not that terrible. I've had runs where I won like 4 games and got a similar amount of gold. So let's see what we get in our pack here. There is a rare, and that's it. I like Questing Adventurer. I like Power of the Wild. And our Ethereal Arcanist can be cool too. So I'm gonna, you know, stop the video now, and I will reload in just a second after I've bought my way back into the arena, and we will draft another deck and get started with hopefully a better arena run than the last one. So stick around. I'll be back in like literally 0.5 seconds. Hey everybody, welcome back to Hearthstone Arena, Northernlion's Den, part 2 of this episode, I suppose. So I bought my way back into the arena after a very disappointing 0-3 finish with my Rogue, which I thought was going to be a lot better. I think this time we're going to go as a Hunter. I know the Hunter class fairly well. I know Priest alright, but I have a more middling track record, and I barely know Shaman at all. So I'll spend more time with Shaman and Warlock in play mode, but we'll start with the Hunter for now. Because I want to rebuild my confidence a little bit. So we start with a rare level of cards. I don't like Arcane Golem. Mind Control Tech can be very useful. Obviously, you want to save it until later, but Eaglehorn Bow is super useful as well. 3 mana, gives you a ton of board control. You can kill minions really effectively, and, you know, whenever a secret is revealed, gain +1 durability. That's not necessarily that valuable, but if I end up getting some secrets like Explosive Trap, it could be awesome. So we'll take Eaglehorn Bow. All right. With our choices here, I don't really like Young Dragonhawk at all. Murloc Raider is okay at 1 mana, and Murloc Tidehunter is also okay at 2 mana. This is probably not going to be a decision that's going to make an enormous impact on my deck, but why don't we go with... the problem is, like, a mage or a druid or a rogue can just kill either of these guys on the first turn, but... or second turn, I guess. But I'm going to take a Murloc Raider in this situation at 1 mana. Basically kind of a throwaway card I can just use to get a creature on the board early if I get it. Explosive Trap. Whenever your heroes attack, deal 2 damage to all enemies. I think this is awesome for board control. Stormwind Champion's pretty good as well. I don't really like Tauren Warrior. We'll go Explosive Trap. Okay. Argent Squire. 1/1 Divine Shield. Don't really like it, but it can be kind of annoying. Priestess of Elune. Restore 4 health to your hero. 5/4 for 6 mana is not great. 2/2 for 3 mana is not great either. But it does deal 1 damage when it comes out. I don't know. This is a kind of a tough one. Let's go with Priestess of Elune, because with this Hunter deck, I would prefer to stack it up with Beasts if possible, and yeah, maybe we want more like 3 mana random Beast cards. I don't know. This is kind of a weird choice for me. Okay, Freezing Trap. When an enemy minion attacks, return it to its owner's hand, and it costs 2 more. Dark Iron Dwarf or Boulder Fist Ogre. I really like Boulder Fist Ogre at 6 mana. Freezing Trap could be cool as well, but we're going to go with Boulder Fist Ogre in the situation. I realize, by the way, that the secret would have affected the durability of my Eaglehorn bow, but, you know, such is life. So we have Bloodfen Raptor, Spiteful Smith, and Gnomish Inventor. Spiteful Smith is a really good card. I've been screwed by it on many an occasion. Gnomish Inventor is alright as well, mostly because of the card draw. And Bloodfen Raptor is a pretty good 2-mana drop in my opinion, but I'm going to go Spiteful Smith in case I manage to draw a weapon. And, you know, Acidic Swamp Ooze, if I'm going to go with a 2-mana 3/2 Bloodfen Raptor, I might as well go with the 2-mana 3/2 Acidic Swamp Ooze that has the Battle Cry. It's an objectively better card in this situation. Even if the opponent doesn't have a weapon, well, it's exactly the same then. So that's a very easy choice in my opinion. So, War Golem, Frostwolf Warlord, and Goldshire Footman. I don't really like Goldshire Footman, but I kind of feel like he's a good card to take because I don't have any taunts. So I'm going to take him. I don't really like Frostwolf Warlord. It relies on getting a lot of creatures out on the board. You can't guarantee it. Sometimes it works out really nicely. War Golem is a card that I think is totally solid, but I'm going to take Goldshire Footman instead, even though he might be trash. Okay, this time, let's go with Lord of the Arena. I've used Mad Bomber with some decent success, but it's mostly RNG, so we'll go with Lord of the Arena on this one. Another taunt. Okay, another rare card. Demolisher, I think, is really good. Ancient Watcher, I think, is terrible. Gadgets and Auctioneer, I think, is really good. But we're going to go with Demolisher. It's a 3-mana card, which I kind of need. Gadgets and Auctioneer would be great as well, but I don't really have that much in the way of spells so far, so Demolisher, I think, is more interesting. So, Spellbreaker with a Silence, I think, is a no-brainer in this situation. Now we have Explosive Shot, deal 5 damage to a minion and 2 damage to the adjacent ones. Really good. Murloc Buffer, which I'm probably not going to need, and Injured Blade Master, potentially interesting as well. 3/3 drop, basically, but you can heal him up a little higher. But we're going to go with Explosive Shot. I like that card a lot. So we have Unleash the Hounds. Give your beasts +1 attack and charge. We're only 12 cards into the deck, but we have basically no beasts. Stranglethorn Tiger would be a beast. Apart from that, Murloc Raider is a Murloc. Acidic Swamp Ooze is nothing. So I think Unleash the Hounds would be a waste. Stranglethorn Tiger might be an interesting drop. A 3/3, 4-mana drop with Divine Shield is interesting as well. But I kind of like taking the stealth in this situation. Scavenging Hyena, again, is a really good card if we have more beasts, but this is obviously not a beast-focused deck. So I'm going to go Ironfur Grizzly instead. I don't really like Tauren Warrior. He does have the Enrage ability, of course, but I prefer Ironfur Grizzly. It's an okay card, in my opinion. Alright, this is a big decision, then. Doomsayer, at the start of your turn, destroy all minions. Mountain Giant, costs 1 less for each other card in your hand. Or Gladiator's Longbow, your hero is immune when attacking. It's an interesting situation. How much? Eaglehorn Bow's 3 mana. 7 mana for 10 damage is not bad, and I don't take any damage in return. How much? Let's compare this to something like Explosive Shot. It does 5 damage to a minion and 2 damage to adjacent ones. This does 9 damage for 5 mana. Not totally targeted. Whereas Gladiator's Longbow does 5 damage. It does 10 damage total and would be maybe a little bit better mana cost. One sec. Alright, so we're going to choose... I mean, I kind of like the idea of taking Gladiator Longbow in this situation. I kind of like Mountain Giant as well, but I have a decent number of 6 mana. Let's take Gladiator's Longbow. Fuck it. It'll be interesting. Alright, good cards here. Deadly Shot, Ironbeak Owl. Both really great cards. But I'm going to go with Ironbeak Owl because it has the silence on it. Scavenging Hyena is not worth it in this situation. 2/5 charge characters, not great for 4 mana. Acidic Swamp Ooze is a pretty good drop, but yeah, let's go with Acidic Swamp Ooze, just in case. Alright, another rare choice. Cold Light Oracle, interesting. I prefer Knife Juggler. I think Knife Juggler is a really nice card that I don't get a chance to play that much. After you summon a minion, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. For 2 mana, 3/2, end that battle cry, or not battle cry, but buff is pretty awesome, so I'm going to take that. Mad Bomber, Murloc Raider, and Wind Fury Harpy. Let's go with Wind Fury Harpy in this situation. I don't really like... how many... We have 2 1-mana cards. We're 2/3 of the way through the deck, almost. Wind Fury Harpy is interesting. I very rarely get a chance to use it effectively. We do have some big taunts, though, but we also have a lot of 6-mana cards. Let's take Mad Bomber, if we can get that out early. I have a bias towards that card. I like it a lot. I think it is a smart idea to take Eaglehorn Bow again. Now, the Buzzard, I think, is not that good for us because we don't have any beasts. Or we have 1 beast. Stranglethorn Tiger. And that's... Oh, and Ironfur Grizzly. Which is... Oh, and Ironbeak Owl, actually. That's it, though. Could be interesting, but I think Mad Bomber might be a better choice. It's, again, RNG, but I kind of like it. Really like Frost Elemental. Get Frost Elemental out there, do some serious damage. So, Silverhand Knight summons a 2/2 Squire. For 5 mana, that's pretty solid. Magma Rager, I think, is trash. A hero power can destroy it so easily. It'll do damage to the enemy, but still. Darkscale Healer, another interesting card. 5 mana for a 4/5 is pretty good, but I prefer Silverhand Knight in this situation. So, Timberwolf, I don't really like. Young Dragonhawk, don't really like. I like Timberwolf when you have more beasts in your deck than I do, but I don't. So I think we go Spiteful Smith in this situation. We have so many weapons, this could work nicely. We have another Frost Elemental. We also have a Frostwolf Grunt, which could be interesting, or Stormpike Commando. Or Frost Elemental. I'm going to take a second Frost Elemental. This deck is built kind of badly. Explosive Trap, I think, is a really good card, but I can't afford not to get another taunt, especially when it's Senjin Shieldmaster. Ventureco Mercenary is also amazing, but I'm already concerned about the amount of mana my creatures are costing, and I think I need some more 4-mana cards. There's a huge kind of hole in my deck there. Another Knife Juggler, or an Ancient Drake. I'm going to take another Knife Juggler. Ancient Watcher is really bad, so that was an easy decision. I think Silverback Patriarch is pretty bad. Frostwolf Grunt is okay. I'm going to take Razorfen Hunter. I think it's slightly better than the other 2 cards. Now, this is a shitty one. I'm going to take Thrallmar Farseer, because again, I didn't build this deck around beasts. And our final choice is going to be a big one. Whenever one of your minions is attacked, summon 3 1/1 snakes, or Big Game Hunter, or Mountain Giant. We don't have very much card draw, so I don't know if Mountain Giant is ever going to be useful. Is Snake Trap any goddamn good? I kind of like Big Game in this or Big Game Hunter in this situation. If we just hold on to him and play him later in the game, he could cause some serious problems for the enemy. So I don't know if this is a good deck. The mana curve looks all sorts of fucked up. I feel like fucking Glass Joe or Gabby J in Punch Out or Super Punch Out. Seriously, just let me win. I forgot what it feels like. It's a weird deck. I really like the Knife Jugglers. I really like the Mad Bombers. We can establish potentially board control early. It's weighted. There's like a serious dip in my mana curve in the mid game. Like 4 mana is the low point. I'm playing against Tom Bombadil. Anyone whose name sounds like they're from fucking Lord of the Rings, they already have like a +2 advantage over me. For whatever reason. I'm just basing that on stats. He's a Paladin, which means he could get a weapon, so Acidic Swamp Ooze could be useful. Obviously, Priestess of Elune is not really that useful for me right away. This is good. So we probably won't do anything on our first turn. On our second turn, unless he summons a weapon, we'll use Knife Juggler, and then we'll use Murloc Raider as well. We'll see. Anyway, we go first, so maybe we'll draw another card that could change my plans. Nope. So we'll just say greetings. Here's the thing. Like, is it better to summon Murloc Raider now, or is it better to wait a turn and maybe get better value out of it with Knife Juggler? I think we should summon Murloc Raider right off the bat. I know that sounds stupid, but my thinking is that he might summon a Silverhand Recruit on this turn by using the coin and then his hero power, and then I could, you know, cancel it out, basically. On the next turn, if I wanted to, I could either play Knife Juggler, or if he plays a weapon, which is probably extremely unlikely, I could play Acidic Swamp Ooze, or I could just hero power and attack him. So he has a secret. I'm going to hope that that's eye for an eye, so I'll use my hero power and see what we get. Boulder Fist Ogre, obviously, is not going to do me any favors in this situation, so we'll just hero power him. I wonder if this... Why don't we try it? I figured it was eye for an eye, or like Divine Sacrifice, whatever it's called, Noble Sacrifice. So, you know, for 2 mana, he basically... Or, we traded 1 mana for 1 mana. We're both going to lose our creatures here. That's fine. It's actually kind of bad for me because he can get board control now with a hero power or a creature. He's going to use his coin to get 3 mana, and then he'll probably summon a 3 mana creature. Yep, Razorfen Hunter. I got one of those. I know how that goes. It would be awesome if I got another 1 mana creature here, but that's not possible, is it? So, we have Thrallmar Farseer, a Wind Fury creature, and I'm going to play him in this situation entirely to soak up damage. So I'm assuming that he may sacrifice Razorfen Hunter and the Boar to do damage to Thrallmar Farseer. That's my hope, anyway. Could it work out for me? Yes. I think it might have been a misplay to play, to attack with Murloc Raider, but I gotta get the secret off the field as soon as possible, I guess, anyway. Alright, so Archon Protector is going to give his Razorfen Hunter Divine Shield. That's a really annoying card. We have our own Eaglehorn Bow now, though, and that solves a lot of problems for us, so I'm just going to play this right away, and we'll use our Eaglehorn Bow to take out Razorfen Hunter. We'll take a little damage in the meantime, but this does give us an awesome ability to get some board control going. So on the next turn, I'm going to hope that he summons a weapon, then we Knife Juggle, then we Acidic Swamp Ooze. Mind Control Tech is an unusual choice in this situation. Choose a minion whenever it attacks, draw a card. That's really nice for him, but I'm going to destroy that creature on this turn. So it was, you know, basically 1 mana for 1 card draw, which is pretty good. Okay, well, let's see how this works. We have 5 mana. We'll Knife Juggle. Then we'll Gulcher Footman. And see what we hit. Alright, that's what I wanted. And then we'll Acidic Swamp Ooze and hope for the best. Please attack the same minion again. Ah, it hit him directly. So that's unfortunate. But now I can just crush that guy right there. And that will destroy my Eaglehorn Bow, but I feel a little bit better about the situation now. Next turn, if my taunt survives, I'll be looking to get Boulder Fist Ogre out there and do some more damage. Deal 2 damage to all enemies. Oh, that is fucking glorious for him there. Consecration, such a good card. And of course, now Light's Justice comes out after Acidic Swamp Ooze has already been played. I've got a second one in my deck. We'll be hoping that that actually manages to come to fruition here. So, we could Razorfen Hunter Hero Power or Boulder Fist Ogre. And that's basically it. This is not a great situation. I like Razorfen Hunter in this situation. In all likelihood, he'll use Battle or Mind Control Tech to kill Razorfen Hunter. He'll attack the Boar and kill it. And then he'll be able to play cards and all hero power. We Boulder Fist... Oh, let's play Boulder Fist Ogre and we'll see what happens at the very least. He's got to take care of it on this turn. And then the next turn. I mean, Stranglethorn Tiger is not that good for me in this situation. I like to use that as kind of like a play it and then deal damage to him later. Change the health of all minions to 1. Well, obviously, equality is really good for him in this situation. It doesn't just do it for 1 turn. So that minion's going to have 1 health forever. I did manage to deal 6 damage to him via Boulder Fist Ogre. We have Frost Elemental. We could Frost Elemental do nothing else. And we would probably want to use that on that guy. This is a weird one. I need to freeze the Wind Fury creature on this turn. Or kill it on this turn. Otherwise, I'm going to take too much damage. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this kind of has to happen. So I'll freeze the Wind Fury creature, and hopefully I can kill it on the next turn. This one's kind of slipping out of my grasp as well. That would be like 6 losses in a row or something like that. But, you know, hopefully that doesn't end up happening. This is my only really thing that I can offer in my defense. The Shield Bearer is a shitty card, but it's perfect in this situation, isn't it? He's got a... I mean, he doesn't even have a card disadvantage. He's actually doing pretty well on cards, as well as I am anyway. But, how do we kill the Wind Fury creature on this turn? Will we die if we don't? 1, 3, 4, 1. 1, 3, 4, 1. 9 damage. He could pretty realistically kill us. Well, we don't have a choice. We have to kill the taunt creature. And I think then Razorfen Hunter and Stranglethorn Tiger. This is kind of a shot in the dark. Hopefully we don't die on this turn. If we don't, and we get a weapon, that's not good. That'll actually kill us.
Well played.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, 4. Because of the Wind Fury creature. Yep. That'll do enough. All right. Well, I guess we'll stop the episode here. I'm getting the shit kicked out of me. Did they let in a bunch of, like, geniuses, CCG geniuses, into the Hearthstone beta? I'm getting my ass kicked nonstop now. But hopefully we end up with some worse competition in the next episode. As always, I apologize for terrible play. That's like 2 episodes in a row without a win here. I apologize. I'll try to do better next time. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did enjoy, make sure to click the like button. It does help me out a lot. You can subscribe for more daily Hearthstone by clicking a convenient link in the video description below. And of course, leave a comment letting me know how to improve. Because that is this, like, the crux of this series, is I want to get better at Hearthstone, and constructive criticism does help me out a lot. Unconstructive criticism doesn't help anybody. It helps you look like kind of a dongle. But in any case, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will be back tomorrow with some more Hearthstone. See you next time, and thanks for watching.